it's Miss Rose 2. I made a video and I think I'm gonna start making some videos on just simple recipes. This is a very mild juice. Kids will love it, and for my beginners, you're gonna like this one too because it's not too heavy. It just tastes like apple juice. It's really sweet even though it looks a little green. As the videos come, I will be able to do more that are a little bit more intense since I've been juicing for a long time, so my palate is more trained to like kind of yucky stuff like celery, because I don't like celery, but I don't taste it as much. For a first time juicer, somebody who's really getting into it, it's for sure going to taste really yucky on some of the more strong juices, but this one for sure will be great for you. So let's get started. First, you're going to need spinach, apples, cucumber, carrots. These are grape tomatoes because I really don't like tomatoes, but I guess I can deal with a little bit at a time. And then I have grapes. These are on sale. I usually don't have grapes in the fridge, but we'll add them today. What I do always have as for juicing so that I can juice every day is apples, cucumbers, and carrots. These together are just really good, really quick, really easy. And then if you want to, you can also add half of a lemon. It's really good. For beginners, if you like the sour taste, half of one of these will mask any like green taste. Oh, and then I have a bag of broccoli here because you know that we like to add secret stuff for the kids, because sometimes my kids love broccoli, but adding it doesn't hurt. I would take about a handful of broccoli like this already cut up, and then I have a colander here in the sink. What I'm going to start doing is taking my carrots and cutting off the ends, putting them in the sink, and then we all wash them together. Cucumber, I always just like to cut off the little butts. Cut it in half. As far as the apples, I have an apple cutter, makes it really easy. If I'm in a rush, I'll just stick the whole apple in there. Some people freak out, like talking about the seeds and stuff. I don't know, it's completely up to you. If you're like me and you've already trained your palate to drink juice, 2 apples will actually be too sweet, believe it or not. But for the kids, sometimes like when I add celery and stuff, they can tell, so I make sure that I add an apple. Kids don't like lemons. My kids don't actually. These are already washed, so you can actually just add, I don't know, like I add like a handful of these. And then grapes, you could add like 2 handfuls. These are already washed. I already washed these, but now that that's done, let's wash our fruits and veggies, and then let's start juicing. Okay, now that we have washed our fruits and veggies in the sink, we are going to set up our juicer. Now, I use a Breville. It's a juice fountain. I got this from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's $150 online, but Bed Bath & Beyond always gives like a 20% discount online. If you do juice like your Jack, I don't know, that other guy's juicer, or any other juicer that's relatively cheap, you're not going to really be able to juice spinach. When you juice spinach, there's a lot that comes out in here. When you juice with any other juicer that's a lower end one, it's gonna just waste this, and you're gonna end up just throwing away a bunch of the food. You might as well just eat it versus sticking it inside your juice. This Breville is an awesome one. It totally does a trick. So actually I had a Cuisinart one too, and that was pretty decent. One trick that you do, this becomes a very big pain to clean every day, especially if you're going to start juicing every day, is you line it with a garbage or grocery sack, and then you just stick it underneath there. So when you're done, you just throw the bag away and you don't have to clean this bad boy. All right, so let's get started. Always on high, and you always want to do your leafy stuff first, like your spinach and probably like your grapes and stuff. I always do cucumbers last because there's a lot of juice in these and it goes through quickly, or it just kind of washes out everything. So let's start. Like to do is I have this like little spoon thing, and you can see how here it's separated like juice and then kind of like thicker stuff. You always want to just like stir it. Stir. Get 2 glasses here. Make them drink it all, like especially after school. So now I have about 15 ounces left, and I'll put my lemon in there and I'll drink that. I'll add more spinach after this. You can add more broccoli for yourself, or you can get, I don't know, another carrot. Carrots are really sweet, so it's good, but I hope you enjoy. I hope this helped. And remember that juice is so good for you. And I know that some of you are gonna start saying that, oh, you lose all your fibers and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But you guys, I don't need all this stuff. I don't like to eat all my veggies, and I don't like to eat tomatoes, and I don't like to eat all that stuff raw, so I stick it in a juicer and it's really good for me. If you take that, like if you juice all your veggies first, you can take all the pulp out and stick it like in ground turkey meat or burgers, you know, make like burger patties and have all the pulp in there and eat it that way. You could try that, or stick it in an omelet. You could do it that way. Also, if you're gonna store this in the fridge, you make sure you put it in a glass. I heard, or I read, that the minerals and the vitamins and stuff, you cover it, it'll stay good for a little bit. But I do suggest, if you make juice, sometimes I stick it in this. I just leave it in there and throw it in the fridge if I have to like run and get ready, and I'll pour the rest out. Sometimes I'll leave it overnight. Try not to. I don't think it's good for you. Although I do it, it's not going to kill you for sure. But yeah, try to put it in a glass, okay? And one more thing. When you're done juicing, remember to always wash your juicer. When you take this little guy off, there's so much pulp on here, and if you don't wash it right away, it's gonna stick all over, and it's such a pain to get off. Okay, bye! I'm gonna go wash this. I'm gonna go wash this now. Juice, I have kale here. I always put greens in there. Kale,